Welcome back, everybody, to Rasputin Gaming Presents. This is our continuing Platinum Trophy playthrough for Mass Effect Legendary Edition. We are still in Mass Effect 1. This is Episode 4. And from this point on, we are going to be uh, looking to grab a couple more medals for exploration and a couple more ally medals. So we just rescued Liara Tassoni, and we are on our ship, the Normandy. And these are the two main missions we have. Need to go to Pharos and Noveria, but first I want to address these side quests, assignments, as they're called here. So the Missing Marines we already took care of. We just got to go back to the Citadel and talk to Kohaku, Admiral Kohaku, and tell him about what happened to the Missing Marines. That's where we fought the Thresher Maw. So the survey team, this is the next we're going to do. You can see we need to travel to the Hades Gamma cluster and to the Antaeus system. So let's go ahead and do that. Open the galaxy map. We know we need to go to Hades Gamma system. Out one more time. The Milky Way. Hades Gamma is right here. And there's the Antaeus system. It's the only system we can see at this point. The other ones are a little farther out. So off we go. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to friend and follow us on Twitch.
Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
All right, and if you... So there's another side mission we can pick up when we get back to the Citadel, so we'll be closing some out and we will be picking some up. So here's all the different planets. Let's just start with traveling to the closest one. And if you're catching us on YouTube, don't forget to like the video. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps me out, as it does all us people putting out content on YouTube. And if you're so inclined, please subscribe to the channel. Be much appreciated and glad to have you guys along for this journey for Platinum Trophies. So this one you can actually survey. We'll drop some surveys on here. In the original games, these would count as side missions that you could complete. And Trebin is the one we need to go to land on. So we'll send the Normandy there as we look for the missing survey team. While it's loading up here, we will be running with our two female companions, Liara and Tali, so that we can get their associated ally trophies with us. So you can see the current squad, we're pretty decent on biotic, tech, and combat strength. That's because Liara is complete biotic, Tali is complete tech, and we are complete strength, so it's a pretty equal build. So we'll head on down to the planet. And we need to make a couple of quick adjustments here. So the first thing, let's take a look at the map. You can see where we are, anomaly, The X is usually where we need to go. Research base, some debris you can search, and another anomaly if you want. Next, we'll head over here to the squad because obviously this is the first mission with these two ladies, so we need to build their points. So Asari scientist, you can see what it does. It increases her recharge time on their biotics and helps out in any first aid and reduces the charge time on first aid. We want to give her a barrier that adds to her shield. And we want to give her warp, because warp and throw are two that we need to, two more abilities we need to work on. I'm sorry, not throw, lift. So we have to free up lift right here. And warp will get us to advanced warp. This will open up singularity if you want. You can check it out of what we need. I'm not going with this one right away. We'll get to it later on. Right now I want to build up the barrier for her. More shields, more power. Unlock stasis at this point, which you can see makes you immune to damage, but you can't move or do anything. So it's not really something we want to do. I just want to build up the barrier here and get to advanced barrier. Gives us a longer barrier with more shielding, so that's important to us. And then these last couple you can throw where you want. Her first aid if you want her to heal herself. I'm not too worried about that. So we will go ahead and add them to lift. And now we need to take care of Tally. And with all your companions, you want to make sure that you max out their personalized skill set. So you can see tech resistance and shield capacity is mighty strong for her at this level. And then we need that basic armor, some boost. First aid is unlocked. Bench shield boost, she'll need it. We got to give her some weapon skills. You'd like to get to shotguns for her. It's a lot more useful than pistols. We'll build up electronics. One more for advanced overload. And damping. At least get that on there. And then for sabotage, we want to get to advanced. Hacking is nice as well. It's really good against the Geth and things like that, which we will be fighting shortly. So I'm going to go ahead and give her one in there so she has a bunch of abilities in this one. And you can see I'll just keep pushing the armor until we get the points up where we need it to be. We're not going to use these two ladies that much. We're just enough to get the trophies, and then we're going to switch back to Garrison Rex. And we don't have any points available for us at this point, so now we're good to go. So these we just picked up because we did some scanning. So we need to meet with Nasara. The minerals you can see, we've found one gas giant is all. You have to complete all those to close out this side mission. So it's pretty tedious. You have to hit just about every planet in every system in the entire galaxy. Same with this one, the Asari writing is a very similar one. So here we are looking for the missing researchers. We'll drop a quick save. And let's drop a marker on the map, which I should have did the first time. Close enough. And off we go. And if you caught an earlier episode, you can see the Mako just moves so much better nowadays. And and it's just a lot easier, a little more intuitive in driving it and getting it to where you want it to go without a whole lot of trouble. There still are some troublesome planets, which we will come to later on. But for right now, it's an improved gameplay system. One of the many that they've done to help out the players in this game, along with upgrading the graphics, speeding up the elevators in the Citadel,
This place looks abandoned.
All right, so let's pop out and take a quick look around. Doors will open, computer console.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Perhaps we will find more answers at the excavation site.
Okay. Easy decryption is easy. Grab some more gear. And we can go and check the other two as well before we head on down. So whenever your medi-gel is already maxed, ours was maxed at 5, it automatically turns the additional medi-gels into omni-gel for you. And back into the Mako, and then head down here to your left, where the other X marks the spot item is on your mini-map. And there, once it stops, I tried to get out too soon. So we also need to gear up here too, by the way. So let's check what we have. So rifle, okay, neither one of them is better for us. We don't have any better armor at this point. All right, let's check Liara at this point. More damage, but not as accurate. This one a little more with heat sink capacity. Well, they never overheat their weapons anyways. But we'll equip her with this one. Let's see what upgrades we can. Armor piercing rounds going to be good because we are going to be fighting a number of Geth in this one. High caliber barrels, definitely, so she can do more damage. The rest of this stuff really isn't going to matter. And she can't wear the armor, so let's check out Tally, what we got for her. No armor. And she can't really use assault rifles. Pistols are her thing, so let's see what we have. We have a pretty decent pistol for her. No ammo upgrade. Give her some accuracy. And just for the hay of it, I'm going to give her an assault rifle. Okay, and off we go. Into the mine to see what they have found. And down we go. And it's just, I mean, all these are pretty similar. There's each of these event environments are pretty limited in size, as you can see, as this one is. And then we're going to need to get ready for some combat. You can see all the red marks on the mini-map. So we'll make a save before we get started. If I remember right, these are husks, not geths. And you can see them coming. We're just waiting. Yeah, here they come. So you want to try and get some, if you can, some melee kills on these guys. These are pretty easy to do that with. That guy was almost dead when we got to him. Uh-oh, overheated. Oh, he got us on the side swipe there. And I should have popped Unity. I forgot all about that. I'm so concentrated on getting melee kills that we didn't do Unity.
Get down!
Team must have unearthed some alien technology that turned them into mindless fanatics.
Whatever they found, it is long gone now.
Okay, so we finally defeated the first wave there. Now we can go in. So it's just a good use of grenades and your skills. The ladies are good enough to beat these creatures, these husks, on insanity difficulty, so we just were able to do it. Now it's just a quick scan around the room here. Looking for any other containers and items before we open the following door, the follow-on door, and have another fight. Okay, now that we did that, let's make a save. What do you say? Overwrite the Trebin save where we are. And then get ready for this door to open up. Blocked, what the... So we'll hit this first guy with a lift. On the side that I didn't see coming. Warp on this guy. Shield boost for us as well. have the room, you just got to take advantage of it. They're both down. Let's hit a unity. Try and get as many melee kills in as we can. Oh, no way! That was just rude. Pop a lift. Oh, how do I... First aid specialist. That's for using it 50 times, which is going to be easy mode item in we'll just continue to run around in circles here. Pop adrenaline burst. Pop unity. With these shield blast things. Makes it a little hard for me to do the melee stuff that I'm trying to do. Warp on one. All right, one left. All right, and there's your answer. That accounts for all the Exogeny survey team. And that one is complete now. So we can go into these two tunnels. And get the loots. Because we need to be money making. So we can buy all our awesome Spectre gear. Average decryption. Let's go ahead and make a save. Grab some gear. It wasn't a bunch. We did get 41 additional XP for that. We did level, so I need to make sure we account for our new points, skill points. Open this door. Some armor, that's good. All right. So we have Phoenix 3. Isn't as good as Explorer 2 that we have on. Explorer 3 gives her a whole bunch of shield. Not much damage protection, but she doesn't have much anyway, so we'll put this on. It'll give her even more shields. And we don't have any armor for Tally. Good upgrades, shotgun upgrades, pistol upgrades. Edge she's already using. Didn't think we got any ammo. No, we didn't. All right, and then for the squad, 4 more points for us. Master Overkill, you can see eliminates heat generation and further increases damage, which is awesome for us. Better lift will help us. We already have the throw, but I'm going to put it on her just to help us. So warp lasts longer if we do this. I'm going to give her a better barrier in hopes that she will use it. Master shield boost for her. Pistols. And note, first aid is one of those skills they won't use unless you tell them to use, so they will allow themselves to die without using up your med kits. So there we go. Oh, I should look at the journal real quick. Missing survey team. There we go. It's complete. So we have 1, both for each of Tally and Liara. And now we can get out of Dodge. Or as the case may be, Trebin. Oops. Come on, Raz. And now we can get out. We're not locked in. Head back to the Mako, and we can head back to the Normandy. And we will head to our next assignment, side mission. So there's going to be some that I avoid. That if you pick different choices for your ship, you might do differently than me. But let's head up and I think the one we want to do is the distress call, Argos Row, the Hydra system. Let's check on that and see. So I just want to add a save here so we can check out, because maybe you want to do different choices. Let's check our journal. Strange transmission. Yeah, so the Hydra system in the Argos Row is one we're going to do. Zoom out. There's Argos Row. And then we need to go to Hydra, which we're centered on already. And we'll just whip out some scans if they work out and wind up on the planet. This is the planet you need. So I'm just going to go to the other ones first. Do the surveys. Met Ghost, that's the one you need. And now we'll head over there. We've pretty much scanned everything that there is to scan. So we'll go to Met Ghost for the distress call.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
General distress call from the Sacred Angel Medical Transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. Emergency landing. Argos. Communications failing. Life support. Emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Alright, so you can see this planet has a level 2 heat hazard. So we cannot spend a bunch of time outside the vehicle. Unless you have Explorer armor on, by the way. That negates a lot of the environmental dangers that you face. So sometimes it'll pay to switch up. I believe we have Explorer armor on right now, if I remember right. I should have checked before we went onto the planet, but doesn't matter a whole lot for us at this point. With this particular assignment, we hopefully won't be spending too much time outside the vehicle. Go make a save. Quick look at the map. Transponder signal. And that's just an anomaly, so we need to go to the right this way. And the Mako can survive in any environment, by the way. So you can see this planet looks a little different, the graphics for it, than in the original game. You can see these little valleys that you wind up driving in kind of funnel you where you need to go. So if you want to scan some minerals, there's a stack right here, right in front of us. But we can't be outside very long. You can see the hazard building on us. All right, we're gonna have to go back in. I got stuck behind the Mako somehow. Pop out, let's try this again. And survey works just like a lot of the other mini games here. You just have to pump the buttons in the right order, and there you go. And now we'll head off to our point.
I do not see any survivors.
Careful, Shepard. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yep. You mean like the Geth might show up?
It's a trap.
Heated. But you can run over these guys just as well if you want. Oh, we got to repair. Holy shit, I didn't look at how much damage we were taking already. Ooh, just missed us. Not sure how that frickin' drone survived all that damage, but he did. And then the 4 bars there, once they're all the way down, you can repair again. So you can see we're repairing. And when you're repairing, you can't attack, so we're just going to drive around. You could do this by getting out of the vehicle. When the 4 bars are up all the way, that means you've done all the repairing you can do. He's down. We got one more foot soldier somewhere. And then there he is. And that journal entry will be complete now that we avoided the Geth trap. There's nothing to find in the wreckage because it is just a trap. So we can check equipment we gained from winning the battle, chemical rounds, kind of okay. In the journal, we found a terrain insignia. Sorry writings 1. You can see a couple gas giants, rare earth. So the strange, right there, distress call, that's the one we completed. So now we're 2 of 2 with the ladies. We can head back. All right, let's drop a save in here like we did last time. Normandy deck. Make our save. And go back to our journal and see what we want to address next. We might have to go to Novaria. Because you can see we have a couple of citadels we need to. Homecoming is going to need us to have either renegade or paragon points. Signal tracking we can do. The fan will pop up again when we get there. Strange transmission, this one needs renegade or paragon points as well. We can turn in this one for account. We can pick up this diplomacy one. So at this point, we're going to head back to the Citadel. And that should be 3 planets that we've now landed on. Unexplored ones. So we'll head to the Citadel. Don't forget to friend and follow us on Twitch. Much appreciated if you're out there coming along with us, coming along with the ride. Much appreciated. And if you're on YouTube, go ahead and like the videos. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps me out, even if you're not a fan, or maybe hit the don't like button if you're not liking what I'm telling you, or you think I'm begging too much for your support. But if you want to support me, you can also do it through the Buy Me a Coffee website there, buy me a coffee, tea, or beer. And you can subscribe to the channel, which means an awful lot to me. Actually, some of the people I follow out there have like 500,000 subscribers, and I'm at 50, so I don't, they got 1,000 times more than me, 10,000 times more than me. But that's okay, that's cool. I don't begrudge anybody their success, and more power to them. So now we're heading back to the Citadel. We're on the Citadel, not heading back to it, by the way. You can talk to Joker, whatever. Out we're going to go, and we're going to make sure you bring the RN tally with us again so that we can get their allied trophies out of the way. We should be able to do that here.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
My goodness. Let me make a save right here. And what I want to do is I'm going to end the stream right here. Make a separate one for on the Citadel like I have been doing. We're an hour into this one, but it's a couple of side missions anyways out of the way, and we can get some more trophies. So appreciate you guys coming along with us. Be safe out there, and we will catch you with the next video, which will pick up right from this point.